Hi everybody, my name's Pete Ross from OES Australia. About this time each year we look forward to what we want to do for next year's board range, what we want to change and what we want to add to the existing range already. Last year we found that the new board that we introduced, the Nomad, was really quite popular for a couple of reasons. It was fast, it was still turny, and it had a pretty broad range of conditions we could be used in, from onshore to bump and jump to reasonable size waveboarding as well too. So it sort of fit the bill in a tri-fin configuration. So this year I want to try and take that same concept that we've taken from our hot rod outline and then marry it to the new Nomad rocker line, which is a lot faster, quicker planing waveboard than what the existing hot rod is. So, and then we want to marry it to our quad fin system. We just want to find if it's going to give us an extra grip. Not that the tri-fins needed any more grip, but it'll should be able to be used in full-on wave conditions in a quad system, or even in overpowering onshore conditions where you need a little bit extra bite to generate. Married with a faster rocker line, we should be able to generate that extra speed to compensate for a little bit of fractional extra drag, So that's what we're sort of thinking this year. We're going to take all the good bits out of the hot rod, marry it to our Wave Pro concave bottom shape, the outline and the rocker line from the Nomad. So it's going to be three boards all mixed into one board, So hopefully, some testing obviously, but I'm pretty confident with taking the best bits out of these three boards, we should get something it's going to be fast planing, it's going to be super turny, a broad range of conditions. So, alright, as you can see, the Nomad has got a different bottom shape than the hot rod. If it's going to be a quad, I prefer to have a single running into a double with a V in through the tail, because the rails actually engage and give quads extra bite. And a concave actually adds a little bit of lift as well too, and the board gets it up on the plane just a little bit easier as well too, So, whereas the Nomad has got a deep double concave running all the way through it, which flattens out through the tail. So again, with the Nomad, it's really quite damping on the chop, breaks it up. It's still quite turny for its flatter, faster rocker line. So what we want to do is marry that bottom to this, put this onto there, and then keep our front fins roughly around about the same, or depending on how it works out, and then put a quad set in the back. So as you can see, quite a pronounced V and double concave. And with the hot rod and the Wave Pros, we put a single running into a double into it. So we want to marry that bottom to this board. So at the end of the day, it'll give us a quad range and virtually a tri-fin range, splitting the two down, so we don't have to double up and use boards on with different fin systems. So all the quads will be in one side of the board, ranging from the deepest rocker line, which is the Sidewinder, and then the Wave Pro, and then our Smack, and then we're down to the hot rod. But the hot rod's got a fair bit of rocker in it as well too, so it's a little bit slower to plane. I want something in between the hot rod and the Smack, virtually in a quad. So this is where this new board, and the new board's going to be called the Pivot. So it's going to be a board that get everywhere a quad should go, and then in a shorter, more compact, more turny package. So it should be fast, turny, and then more volume underneath your feet, the same as the Nomad. So on the other side of it, we'll have the tri-fins. So we'll have the X-Wave, the Renegade, and the Nomad. So that'll cover all ends. X-Wave it's a longer board, which is great for bump and jump. It's quite a fast board. Whereas the Renegade is very fast as well, after winning a couple of World Rally Championships over in Geraldton. It's a fast tri-fin. And the Nomad is definitely a lot more turnier but it's still just as fast. And then with the deep concave in the bottom of it, it goes rail to rail quite easily as well. So the tri-fins are pretty well covered. We just needed one more board, I think, to cover our quad side of the board designs. So hopefully this new board, the pivot, will be fit that bill. So here it is, what I've designed up using the files from the Nomad, of the Hot Rod and the Wave Pro. This is the first look at the pivot. The outline's basically the same as what the Nomad is. This one's going to be a 95 litre, this one's going to be a test board for myself. So yeah, this will be pretty much the same as the outline of the Nomad. There it is in a bigger look at it. Again, we're going to try and keep as much volume underneath your back foot as we possibly can to compensate for the shortness for the compact and bury the volume where you actually need it. So it should give you plenty good of float and volume when you're slugging around and need a little bit extra. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see the deepness of the concave through the centre into a double, and then if we spin it around, we should be able to see the slightness about a V in the back of the tail. I'll actually hand shape the swallow tail into it afterwards, because the cutter I'm currently using it at the moment is a rotary cutter and it won't be able to get down into that. We've got a new CNC machine, 4-axis machine rocking up later on this year, which will be a spindle, which we should be able to cut it all out for us, and all the boxes as well too, but that's not quite here yet, so pretty excited about that. So yeah, so here it is, the new pivot. So over the next couple of months I'll get built, and I'll do a little bit of videos on the build, pretty much similar to what I did for the Sidewinder last year, and then we need to test it, get some feedback on it, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright, I'll keep you informed. Thanks very much.